is up, trolls and ghouls? Welcome back to my channel, The Floating Bedsheet, or if you are new to my channel, welcome. I hope everyone is having an awesome night. It's going pretty well, chilling like I usually do, and tonight's video is going to be about my very own experience using a Ouija board. But before we get into that, I want to mention that in one of my previous videos, I had introduced my little voodoo friend. Oops, I just dropped everything. My little voodoo dude. And I asked you guys if you wanted to think of a name, because he doesn't have a name, and I got some name results back. So basically I'm gonna roll these papers up and pick them out of a cup. So one of the names that was mentioned for him was Marty. So I'm going to roll that up and stick it in the cup. Next name I got was Osher for him. And I'm going to wad that up and stick it in the cup. And then Martin was another name for him, so I'm going to stick it in the cup. And the last name is Bob, so roll that one up and stick it in the cup. Alright, so shake it around, see what name. Alright, not looking. Okay. I got his name. What is it gonna be? What is his name gonna be? Oh, this guy's new name is going to be Bob. So he's got his new name, Bob, and that's what I'm going to refer to him as. Thank you guys who participated in picking out names for him. So before I get into my Ouija board story, I want to mention one of my close friends' Etsy shop, where she makes bracelets from lava stones and crystal gemstones. She makes some really awesome bracelets. I've actually had my eye on a few of them, and so you guys go check out her amazing bracelets. I know she would really appreciate it. I will link her Instagram information down below so you can go check that out, and hopefully you guys see something you like as well. Let her know what you think about her Etsy shop. So one of my friends from Instagram had mentioned that she wanted to hear my Ouija board story. I had mentioned it in one of my previous videos, and I told her that I would make that my next video. And so this is my Ouija board experience. So basically, my sister had come over, and I had come out of my room, probably going to the kitchen. Basically, she said that her and her daughter and her daughter's friend, they were bored at their place and had got the great idea to play the Ouija board, but they didn't want to do it over at their place. So they're like, let's go over to my mom's house, our mom's house, and go play it over there. And then since they saw me, they were like, hey, do you want to play the Ouija board with us? And of course, at first I was like, no, because I've only ever heard bad things about the Ouija board, but somehow they talked me into it. Like, I will say that my curiosity got the best of me. So I was like, okay, I will go play the Ouija board with you guys on like, what's it called? Oh, on like one condition, we can't play it inside the house, because if anything like messed up were to happen, I don't want it to happen inside our house and then like have that negative experience to like continue happening. So we decided that going outside to the gazebo would be the best place to go to play the Ouija board. So, and the gazebo was on like the side yard. I figured if we played it outside in the yard, and if anything went wrong, then at least it would be outside the house. And I don't know, I just thought nothing could get inside the house since it happened outside, if that makes sense. But so we set up the Ouija board and we started asking, you know, like the cliche like questions like, is anyone here? What's your name? How did you die? Basically. And I don't remember us getting like exact like answers through the board, but I do remember basically, I'm pretty sure that you guys know what a Ouija board is. But just in case there are people that don't know what it is, a Ouija board is basically a board that you can use to contact spirits with and, you know, ask them questions. And a lot of people will say that this is like ill-advised. A lot of people have had bad experiences with the Ouija board and would like suggest not to use one. Very rarely will you come across someone that says they've had a good experience using a Ouija board. But now that I've explained what a Ouija board is, there are some really bad signs that you want to like look out for. And one of them is the planchette, the thing you put your fingers on. If it goes from corner to corner of the board, that's a sign that whatever you're talking to is trying to escape the board. Also, another one is when it's counting down like through the alphabet. Another one is if it's doing like the figure 8 is bad. And another one, there's quite a bit, is if you ask the name of who you're talking to, and as soon as the planchette moves to Z, just immediately say goodbye, because more than likely talking to what people call like the demon of the Ouija board, that is just a bunch of bad. like crap you don't want to like go through. So I would say immediately go to goodbye if you ask the name and it goes like straight to Z. Don't even let it, continue to spell its name out. But in our situation, I had noticed that the planchette was counting down the numbers from like 9, 8, 7, and so on. And that's supposed to be another sign that whatever we were talking to was trying to like leave the board. I really wish I remembered what exactly we had asked and like what the answers were. But what I do remember is that our planchette, I had forgot to mention this part, but our Ouija board was makeshift, like homemade. Like, we made ours out of like an old pizza box and used a quarter for a planchette. Our quarter planchette had made it down to 2 after it was counting down the numbers. I remember trying to force it to goodbye because like I was done. I was like, okay, this is no longer fun or like entertaining, and like I was just getting like worried at that point. And I remember trying to force it to goodbye, and the planchette felt like it was super glued to that spot on our Ouija board. So it had reached 2 on the numbers, and that's when my sister and her daughter's friend kind of like realized what it was doing, and luckily we were able to get it to say goodbye before it reached 0. I really am glad we didn't find out what could have happened if it did reach 0. But me being me, it reaching 2 freaked me out enough that I tore up our makeshift Ouija board right after that. And I've heard that like if you have any bad experiences with your Ouija board, you're supposed to break it into 7 pieces. I don't know. I probably ripped our Ouija board up into more than 7 pieces. But also you're supposed to bury the Ouija board. And like I didn't know this, but I had also happened to bury our Ouija board. And then it continued to go on, like back to the gazebo and burn sage in the area, just to rid it of any like negativity that would have been like left there in the gazebo. And that was our night. After that, like it was getting dark outside, and like we just went back inside, and I told my sister that was a bad idea and that we should never mess with the Ouija board again, because like next time we might not get as lucky as we did. And it was just like at first I guess it was kind of fun, but then it just became stressful really quickly. And I'm just gonna say, like, I'm pretty superstitious, but like I've seen things and had weird experiences like that make me a superstitious kind of guy. So I tend to be like, I'm just not going to mess with it. And be like, if you tell me it's bad, I'm going to be like, okay, I'm not. Why? I'm not going to go out of my way to be like, let's see if it's bad. But that's my Ouija board story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it wasn't like super spooky and no one got like possessed or no like poltergeist in our house, which is good. I mean, that's good. If you guys liked tonight's video, please give it a big thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me out a lot. And if you have not and would like to, please subscribe to the Floating Bedsheet channel and join the Floating Bedsheet family. Leave a comment down below, and if you have a Ouija board story that you would like to share, leave it in the comments below, or check me out on Instagram and send me a DM. I basically hang out on Instagram, and that's where I tend to chat with people, is on there. So yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome night, and I don't know, I'm gonna go get into something, but I will talk to you guys later. Alright, bye.